Alright, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy MG Nazim. I'm back and giving another post game live stream. So, before people hop in here, I'm just intro this stream. If you're watching on the replay, make sure you hit that like, hit that sub, hit that share button. We on the road to 100. We're currently at 82 subs at the time of this recording. What's good? What's good? The Sixers lost today. No Embiid, no Simmons, no Tobias Harris, no Al Horford, or no Josh Richardson. So our starting five was out, was good. Josh Jr. Our starting five was out today. Um, good game in the first half. We put up a pretty good fight in the first half, but the Suns still come in the second half and put up some points. But one thing I want to say is Mike Scott played a good game today. I haven't seen him play this good in a while. So Mike Scott, that's shout out to him. He played a great game today, especially in the first half when we needed somebody to step up, and he did that. So Mike Scott played a good game today. He looked like the Mike Scott we had last year in the playoffs, hitting clutch shots, and yeah, so we need more of that. Um, the lineup y'all saw today from us is the lineup is gonna be that's gonna be the bench in the playoffs. So it's kind of like obviously we don't want injuries, but it's kind of good that we got that it's kind of good we got that the lineup they got them start the starting minutes, so just in case any big injuries do happen, we know what we're working with. So that's good there. And like I said, I expected us to lose. Like I said, this is basically our bench lineup, so I'm not mad at this. So the Suns might go 8-0 and miss the playoffs. Yeah, yes, yeah, that's a possibility. The Suns could definitely go 8-0 and lose in the playoffs, and that's the thing about this bubble, man. Like teams like the Suns and like the Spurs, like they have to win their last two games. Like the Suns are 7-0, so the Suns have to win this game. They would have to win this last game. So the Suns do that. Um, then I think Portland has to lose, or no, Memphis. Well, Memphis, I don't know. Can somebody give me the update on the Memphis Grizzlies score? Did they officially lose? Is that game still going on? What's the update on the Grizzlies score? Because whatever happened is happening to the Grizzlies. Expect it affects the Blazers, right, that are also playing right now. Whatever it affects the Suns, the Spurs. So yes, the Suns could go 8-0 and lose, but that's the crazy part about it, man. Like this bubble, like the hottest team still might not make the playoffs, and that's crazy. They still might not make the playoffs. So the Suns, they got a chance though. They put themselves in their position. They control what they could control. And that's what you like to see from a young team. They control what they control, and yeah. But the Suns played good today. Matisse got in foul trouble at the end of that second quarter there. Um, Matisse Thybulle, he got to stay out of foul trouble, man. You can't get in foul trouble. You can't, you can't, you can't, you can't get in foul trouble. That's not what we want. Especially you're definitely our best defender off the bench, and we don't want our bench pieces to get in foul trouble because I mean, for obvious reasons. Like I said, you probably one of our best defenders, especially our best defender off the bench. So Matisse got to stay out of foul trouble. Um, but yeah, this bench lineup is this is the lineup we're gonna be working with for the playoffs as far as off the bench. Obviously, we're gonna have Horford and B and Harris back. The only starter that played today was Shake Milton. Shake Milton, he didn't do bad. He didn't do good. Had a Shake Milton type game. Couple points, couple assists. Called that one a game. So not a bad game, but the Suns they were just obviously the better team. We like I said, this is our bench. We literally play with our bench. But I want to dive in more into Mike Scott. Mike Scott before before this whole bubble thing started, I don't think Mike Scott was even. going to be a part of the rotation. Now that a couple of injuries happened and he has proven himself that he can still shoot the ball well, I think Mike Scott has earned him a spot back in this rotation. And we got scorers off the bench like Alec Burks, Glenn Robinson III, Matisse. We Mike Scott definitely can run that bench with those guys. So I'm happy to see that Mike Scott is back and that he is playing well. A lot of Sixers fans wanted him gone, but he showed up today. So um, Richardson was out, Harris was out, Horford was out, and Embiid was out. Um, I think Richardson was out due to rest. Harris, I don't know what happened to him. Harris and Horford, I don't know what happened, and Embiid, he had the ankle injury. So um, we got the second game of the back to back tomorrow. We got the Toronto Raptors. So um, the Raptors, they right now they are the second seed. So this tomorrow's game is going to be a big test for the Sixers. Tomorrow's game is going to be it's going to be big for us, but nonetheless, we got to play our A game tomorrow. I don't think we're going to win tomorrow, but that's going to come in the pregame show tomorrow. So um, but this loss today, like I said, it's not a bad loss. It shows that we have a bench that can score the ball. Alec Burks continues to play well. Mike Scott played well. Matisse, he was in foul trouble, but his defense is still the best on our bench nonetheless. So let me know what y'all think in the chat, man. Um, but yeah, if you new, make sure you hit that like, hit that sub. And I, I want y'all to go watch my last video. Um, So yeah, make sure y'all do all those things and appreciate it. But let me know what y'all think in the chat about today's game or any other NBA news going around. I know the eighth seed right now today is one of the biggest days for it. The Spurs took a win today. The Suns won today. The Blazers is playing right now, and I think the Grizzlies is either lost or they're about to lose. So I know some big eight seeding games today. So these next couple of days is going to be big for the eighth seed. Like Soccer said right here, he said the Suns might go 8-0 and still miss it. That's a possibility. But I think it's gonna be. I think really, if Memphis falls all the way down to 10, this could come down to the Suns and the Blazers, and I think it will come down to the Suns and the Blazers. So let me know what y'all think in the chat. Like I said, but yeah, man. So the Sixers lost to the Suns today, 130 to 117. Like I said, we gave them competition in the first half, but in the second half, we just weren't enough to keep up with them, and we took an L. Um, but like I said, I was expecting us to lose this game. I like how we fought in the first half. I like how we stay in the game throughout the first three quarters. So if the Blazers win today, they will become the eighth seed. Oh man, so the Blazers, if they win today, they will officially become the eighth seed. All right, so now after this live stream, Blazers and Mavs is a game to watch right now. If you're interested in the eighth seed, so shout out to Soccer Star with that intel and that news. So um, this eighth seed is going to be interesting. So it's gonna be crazy, man. Because I think the Suns will want the Blazers to take the eighth seed. So now the Suns, all they have to worry about is Memphis. Memphis also has the Bucks on Thursday. I do not know who the Suns' last game is. I believe their last game is against Utah. But they gotta win. I know Memphis has Milwaukee, so it doesn't get any easier for the Grizzlies. So yeah, but if the Blazers win today, they get the eighth seed. They get they get what they deserve. And Damian Lillard, CJ, Gary Trent Jr., Melo, Nurkic, and Whiteside, that squad right there, man. I really, really think they can compete with the Los Angeles Lakers. They really can compete with the Lakers. They can take Lakers to 6 or 7 games, especially considering the fact that LeBron James is not playing up to here. And you can argue that he's holding back um because he wants to save his energy for the playoffs. The Grizzlies need to give it their all versus the Bucks. They need to. They need to. Um, if the Grizzlies do beat the Bucks, that I mean, I think if they do beat the Bucks, the Suns will be officially out of it. So the Grizzlies really, really, really need to beat the Bucks. They really need to. So I don't know who's playing for the Bucks. I don't know if Giannis, Middleton, or Brook Lopez is playing for the Bucks. That's their top three. I think Bledsoe will probably play, but other than that, I don't know who's going to be if Giannis and Middleton will be playing for the Bucks. But this eighth seed, man, these next 2 days is really going to count. Really going to count. The Suns need to win their game. The Spurs need to win their game. Um, the Grizzlies need to win. The Blazers. I think the Blazers either way, no matter how this is gonna go, the Blazers are gonna be in the playing game. It's just is it gonna be the Grizzlies, Suns, or Spurs that play the Blazers? Blazers lead the Mavs 66-58. Okay, so they lead them by 8. Okay. All right, Blazers. All right, keep up that lead. Is it before half or after half? What's the quarter? Second or third? Man, okay, okay. All right, well, Blazers, they got to keep up that lead, man. Keep that lead. Shout out to Soccer Stuff for the score update. So the Suns, like I said, they got their win against us today. So this is the race to the eighth, man. The race to the eighth. It starts now, man. So um, but back to the Sixers. Like I said, this loss right here, it's a I hate to call something a good loss, but I think we knew we were probably going to lose. Considering that we planned the bench players started the third quarter. Okay, got you. Thanks for the update. But I knew the Sixers would lose today. But they look bad because they starters so amount for things on the bench. But we didn't look, man. We got some life, man. So thanks for that. Thanks for that update, man. Thanks for the update. Um, so we got the Sixers, they lose today, and then tomorrow we got the Raptors. So you already know me. For I will be live tomorrow for the Sixers and Raptors pregame show. So make sure y'all tune into that. Um, we got 2 viewers in chat. Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure you hit that sub. Right now we're just talking about the Sixers loss and the eighth seed in the West. So um, if you just joined the chat, make sure you comment what's good, man. Make sure you um type in the chat and we can get this thing popping. But yeah, soccer stuff, man. The Blazers they gotta keep that lead. Keep that lead, man. They keep that lead, they get that eighth seed. And I honestly think it's gonna because like I said, I think the Blazers are definitely gonna get a playing game. But will it be the Suns or will it be the Grizzlies to dispute that? Will it be the Suns or Grizzlies to play the Blazers team? I want it to be Suns and Blazers. I think that's going to be the most interesting matchup for the play-in game. That's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree, but because I think honestly Blazers and Grizzlies, I think that's a no-brainer. I think that's a no-brainer with Jaren Jackson being out for the rest of the season. So like I said, if you just join the chat, make sure you type in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit that like, man. We just talking about the Sixers loss to the Suns and the race to the eighth seed. So make sure I hit that like, sub, and type in the chat. But let me know what y'all think. I want Blazers Suns for the playing game. I want Spurs Blazers. Blazers and Blazers. Because I think at this point, like I said, I think a lot of us can agree that the Blazers are going to make one of the spots for that playing game. It's just that who do they play? You know what I mean? So, it's going to be interesting though. It's going to be really interesting. We're going to see we're going to see we're going to see what the Blazers can do. We're going to see what the Suns can do. The Spurs are not out of it, and the Grizzlies. We got 4 teams fighting for 1 seed, man. I never thought this would be going down like this at the end of the season, man. And it's just great to see competition in the NBA back where every game counts. Because you know in the NBA, Like the NFL is only 6 games, so every game counts. NBA, every game really doesn't count. But to see a playing format that every game counts and these teams are playing their best, and we're getting the best version of each team. That's what I like to see out of the NBA. So, like I said, I like this type of basketball. And let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. So like I said, if you just joined in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Hold on right there, real quick. All right, I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think, man. I honestly, like I said, Suns and Blazers. That's the game that I want. I feel like that's the game that everyone wants. So I think if we can definitely get that game, that's the game that I'm looking for. I want to see Damian Lillard versus Devin Booker for the AC. Exactly, man. Exactly. I think that's a matchup that makes the most sense. I don't think any matchup really makes sense. I mean, you can make a case for the Spurs, but I just think the Spurs, whoever they play, they're gonna lose. But I think the Suns and the Blazers, I think that's the matchup that makes the most sense. I think that's the most matchup with competition. That's just the premier matchup for the AC. So like I said, man, this AC this race to the eight is going to be an interesting one because, like I said, you got teams playing their all out best, and if we do see Damian Lillard versus Devin Booker, great, great. I'm all in for it. I'll watch every game for it. I'm all in for that, man. I'm all in for that. Um, Man, I just can't wait for the playoffs, man. The playoffs is next week. Next week into the playoffs. So every team right now, they better get in playoff mode. I know LeBron, he better get in playoff mode because I think we all can agree here that if they play the Blazers, if LeBron got to go up against Dame and CJ and all them boys in Portland, then it's not gonna look good. So the Lakers, they definitely Bron better get in playoff mode, and we're just a week away. It's crazy, man. Because I feel like a month or two ago, we were never gonna get NBA back anytime soon, and now we're right here talking about who's gonna fight for what eighth seed and who's gonna give the Lakers the most problems. It's just crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. Let me know what you think in the chat, man. Yeah, man. So we got the race to the eight, but Ja versus Devin Booker will be good too. The thing with Ja versus Booker is that I think the Suns can really easily win that. So I want to see. I think John Booker will be good, no doubt about that. But Booker versus Lillard, that I think that makes the most sense. I think you got the two hottest teams in the NBA bubble, other than the Indiana Pacers. You definitely got the two hottest teams in the Western Conference. So why not? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not try to make that matchup happen? But like I said, the Suns, they gotta hope for a Grizzlies loss. They gotta win and hope the Grizzlies lose their last game, and the Spurs have to lose. Um, the Blazers look like they're gonna take the eighth seed today, man. That's what it's looking like. The Blazers will do. The Suns won their game against the Sixers today. That's actually the title. The Suns will. The Suns they do have the 10th seed right now. As the if the and the Pelicans and Kings, they're out of it, man. And I wanna dive into the Pelicans game a little bit because the Pelicans, I streamed their last game. Well, the last game that they actually had a chance to get an eighth seed. I streamed that game, and the Pelicans, man, the Pelicans ruined themselves. They screwed themselves. They can't blame anyone but themselves. And that also doesn't help for the Pelicans that the Suns are lights out right now and undefeated. So, man, like I said, bro, this the race to the eight is gonna be fun, bro. You got four teams that you can legit make an argument for. You got the Spurs. Greg Popovich is the greatest of all time. He can lead a roster full of G League players to the playoffs if he wanted to. You got the Suns, the hottest team in the NBA. The Blazers, the best 3-point shooting team in the NBA, and also one of the hottest right now. Then you got the Grizzlies. Even without Jaren Jackson, John Morant is still a bad man. So you got four teams competing for one seed, and you know, I think I got the Blazers winning this, and this is going to be a real interesting matchup. And man, I just can't wait till we get these playing games, and we a week away from the playoffs, man. So, and I want to dive in on the Sixers before I call this live to an end here. I just want to talk a little bit more about the Sixers. Brad Brown did say today, I heard it while watching the game today, that Embiid may be back for the last, because we have two games left. Embiid may play these last two games. So score update 72, 70, 79 Blazers lead. Shout out to Soccer Stuff for the score update. The Blazers definitely want to keep that lead. I will be watching that game as soon as I get off here in about a few minutes. But like I said, I want to dive into the Sixers before I end this though. We got a week into the playoffs. We know what our bench lineup is, especially with watching the Suns game today. We know what we rocking with. Um, we know who what our rotation is. You want to know something interesting today? I saw Furkan Korkmaz come off the bench, and he's usually the first person off the bench when we are healthy. So that's a sign right there that Furkan, with even with injuries, Brett Brown doesn't want him to get a starting job, and that's kind of crazy. I thought he would give Furkan a starter, but that's fine. I think he did start Matisse today, so Matisse got that matchup versus Booker. He didn't do very well, but he held his own nonetheless. But I think I'm gonna call it a stream right here. But before we do that, make sure you go like, go make sure y'all go watch my last video, man. And the Suns, man, the Suns they fighting the Blazers, the Grizzlies, and the Spurs. Man, all y'all teams, y'all keep fighting. It's gonna be fun to see it. We're a week away from the playoffs. The Sixers most likely against the Celtics, unless we take the fifth seed and play Jimmy Butler and the crew down in Miami. So, man, we're a week away from the playoffs. Live streams of videos is coming nonstop. Y'all know. This NBA playoffs, we're gonna try to hit 100 subs, and we gonna be grinding, man. So appreciate y'all for watching the stream. Make sure y'all go share this out to your family, friends, and sports fans around the world. It's your boy MG Nas, the greatest Eagles, Philly, Flyers, Sixers YouTuber to ever do it. Y'all just don't know it yet. It's your boy MG Nas, and I'm out. Peace. Bye bye.